Hey guys, so hopefully you enjoyed that unboxing in Cardistry, and so here's just kind of the review on the Materia playing cards by Cardistry Touch. So as you can see, I got 4 of them because SoCal playing cards was having a really good sale. They were actually, I believe, $10 cheaper than the usual price. Now unfortunately I think the sale has ended, so you can't get them for such a cheap price anymore. But there should still be some available, and if they're not on SoCal, they're somewhere because there's a lot of these cards. And also the good thing about SoCal playing cards is that they clearly come in this clear plastic casing, which you saw me struggle opening earlier, but you get some you get the clear plastic casings for every deck. You get a SoCal sticker, and you get a card from Henry. So I showed a little bit of the box and the cards in the beginning, but going a little bit more in depth, I actually missed this on the top. It's an experience. The side says Deep Sea, the back says Materia. The other side has the little hue scale of the greens and blue. Bottom just has some ad copy. Front says Touch with the little green fading down to blue. Inside the box, it's all just white. So that box is a little different than their usual boxes because most of Cardistry Touch's decks have the swivel opener, but they wanted to make this deck more available and cheaper for others to buy, so they made it a normal box with the flap opening. Now for the cards, the back design is obviously all black with the little green to blue gradient, kind of land to sea of course. Now what I didn't know was that on the back, besides the little black, there's another kind of darker black that's kind of in the shape of a fingerprint smudge. Now I didn't realize this until whenever I was opening the deck, and honestly I probably would prefer without that little smudge because I honestly thought the cards were dirty, but they aren't. It's just part of the design. Pretty subtle, so it doesn't really bother me too much. That is just like something I would prefer to not be there if I got to choose. Nice little ad card, I think that's pretty cool. And of course you got the standard Cardistry Touch ad card. And the faces, not my favorite Cardistry Touch faces. I like their other ones like the Derive or the Pulse or Origin cards better, just because whenever you fan these, it doesn't have a little thing that wraps around the fan. I mean, you've got the Materia text in the box, but it doesn't touch and connect every card. So that's just my personal thoughts though. But you've got the little monolith, and both the fronts and the backs of the cards are one way. Now in fans, you can't notice that one way because it's all black and all Materia. But if you're like riffling through the cards, you can tell that it's one way. Now I'm gonna say this once, but not the biggest fan of the faces. I I believe it's supposed to be like a monolith from some like futuristic movie thing, but to me it kind of looks like a black lighter or a short jewel, yeah. But I like the futuristic kind of look to it. And so moving on to handling, these cards are crushed by USPCC, like their previous derived decks, and so they're a little bit thinner. Now, whenever I first unboxed this, these cards were really slippery, and I really struggled to do some of the cardistry, and I dropped a lot of cards while doing the cardistry. So that is something to keep in mind, but once you break them in, they're a lot less slippery, of course. And so, I mean, they handle pretty standard, good ferro, dribbling, face up could use a little bit of breaking in, face down's a bit better, springs, nice and soft. The cards do feel kind of thin, obviously, because they're crushed, and so they're easy to bend and snap for like twirls and stuff. I dropped that card. That wasn't very good, but overall, I like these cards, and you've got that nice kind of line design, so you can do like your vertical kind of or landscape kind of straight moves, if that makes any sense, or isolations. I'm very bad at isolations. You know, you got the line instead of like a tally-ho circle. So hopefully what I just said makes any sense. Anyway though, be sure to let me know your thoughts on this deck, and if you have them and if you like them. Overall, I like this deck. I'd give it an 8 out of 10 for right now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe. We are almost at 1,000. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you next time. Drop my light.